Hello everyone, and thank you for joining the Graduate Writing Center today. My name is Peter Simpson, and today I will walk you through different types of submissions for conference presentations. Let's get started. Today, my central objectives include explaining 1. How to submit to conferences, 2. Detailing different types of conference sessions, including paper, roundtable, and poster sessions. Thirdly, I will then transition into additional types of conference sessions, namely pre-conference workshops, book launches, and artistic exhibitions. Lastly, I will review direct examples of conference submissions with detailed step-by-step explanations and conclude by wrapping up our discussion. Prior to submitting a conference proposal, it is important to review the submission guidelines. You may want to consider what stage of research you can present, familiarize yourself with conference submission deadlines in your discipline, and incorporate key words or phrases from your proposal into your submission. Collectively, all of this ensures that you're able to craft a competitive series of submissions for your desired conference. Once you've determined your ability to submit a presentation, you then have to decide which type of format you'd like to present your work. Common examples include paper, roundtable, and poster sessions. Paper sessions are usually individual presentations geared towards more established researchers. Roundtable sessions include a group discussion amongst those with similar interests and are well suited for early career researchers and graduate students alike. A poster session is akin to a gallery walk in which an individual presenter interacts with a variety of participants about their work. Lastly, some conferences also provide you with the opportunity to lead workshops or special interest groups. These formats span one's professional, personal, and academic research interests. In addition to aforementioned types of conferences, I included 3 more here. Pre-conference workshops serve as interactive learning spaces, touching on pedagogical approaches and innovative research methods and data analysis. Secondly, book launches allow authors to present recently published monographs and edited volumes. Lastly, artistic exhibits include paintings, drawings, and other audiovisual materials, often available for viewing virtually and asynchronously. On the slide above, you can see a call for conference submission. This call is for a formal paper presentation by a solo author. As you can see, accepted individual papers will be placed into a panel. I also want to draw your attention to some of the requirements. Sessions will be 90 minutes, and presenters will be allotted 12 to 15 minutes each. Lastly, all proposals should be a maximum of 1,000 words, excluding references, and not include personally identifying information. On the slide above, you can see a call for conference submission. This call is for a formal paper presentation by a solo author. As you can see, accepted individual papers will be placed into a panel. I also want to draw your attention to some of the requirements. Sessions will be 90 minutes, and presenters will be allotted 12 to 15 minutes each. Lastly, all proposals should be a maximum of 1,000 words, excluding references, and not include personally identifying information. I will now delve into the step-by-step for how to best prepare for a paper presentation. Given that paper presentations are often placed in a panel format, be sure to leave plenty of time for comments, critiques, and discussion from the audience. Given that this is a roundtable, also expect to engage both your co-presenters as well as the audience under the umbrella of the story you want to tell about your work. More specifically, be sure to 1. Talk about your work and why it's important, and 2. Follow the general format of an academic paper, including your introduction and background, conceptual or theoretical framework, research methodology, data analysis, and finally your findings, discussions, and conclusion. My next slide touches on individual roundtable sessions. Similarly to paper sessions, these will be hosted for 90 minutes and offer the opportunity for presenters to participate on site, synchronously or asynchronously. In this instance, we see that audience participants are seated at the same table as presenters, making for a more intimate and lively discussion. We also see much dialogue exists between presenters and audience members, underscoring the collaborative nature of this session. Listed towards the bottom of the screen are additional considerations contingent on your presentation format. Be sure to review which best suits your workload and capacity, and choose that option accordingly. My next slide focuses on group roundtable sessions. As mentioned in the graphic, this type of session is similar to an individual submission for a roundtable presentation. However, in this instance, one organizer submits 3 or 4 individual roundtable contributions in one submission, often united by a common topic or a theme. Similarly to individual roundtables, these sessions can occur in person or virtually, synchronously or asynchronously. Listed towards the bottom again are important considerations. Be sure to choose the format that best aligns with your schedule and capacity. Now, let's transition into a step-by-step for a roundtable presentation. This is applicable for individual and group submissions alike. Be sure to stick to the time allotted and prepare a list of frequently asked questions about your research. Another way to frame this is to think about roundtables as a coffee chat or office hours with your professor or teaching assistant. To conclude, I also included some more logistical information. Roundtables are often comprised of between 3 and 4 people and a discussant, also called a chair or moderator. Lastly, it's imperative to engage with the work of your co-presenters, especially if your research has similar themes, approaches, or recommendations. The last type of session I will include is about poster presentations. These types of presentations include a visual representation of research findings and offer the opportunity for individualized and informal discussion of the presenter's work with a variety of conference participants. Increasingly, posters may be presented in person or virtually. In either case, be sure to use readable font sizes to increase accessibility and include graphics, tables, and charts to enhance the audio-visual appeal of your work. When crafting an appealing poster, be sure to have a graphic display of your research. This can be a table, chart, link to a QR code, or another type of display. In addition, to minimize jumbled or cramped wording, condense information about your topic and background, research question, and method, and findings and recommendations to 1 to 2 sentences each. You may also direct participants to a QR code for additional information not presented in your poster. Lastly, I included 3 suggestions below to aid in your creation. 1. Align your poster with the conference theme and/or colors. 2. Expect sporadic engagement and questions as people come through and fro. Lastly, check if your department or the conference has guidelines for the presentation, including the size and dimension of posters and other incidentals such as the provision of stands or thumbtacks. We're nearing the end of our presentation. Thus, as a quick wrap-up, please remember that there are 3 main types of conference proposals: paper, roundtable, and poster. Secondly, before submitting your proposal, please review the guidelines to ensure alignment with the conference theme. And lastly, determine which format best fits your style and comfort level. We're nearing the end of our presentation. Thus, as a quick wrap-up, please remember that there are 3 main types of conference proposals: paper, roundtable, and poster. Secondly, Before submitting your proposal, please review the guidelines to ensure alignment with the conference theme. And lastly, determine which format best fits your style and comfort level. Thank you again for joining me today. Listed in the slide above is the Graduate Writing Center's website and email. Please know that we're here to support you with a variety of your writing needs. Stay in touch.